the execution of a child molester. They are savagely beaten by enraged mobs. Do you see what we could fall into, people? This is rebellion. But the military takes control of all media. Within 90 days of the military coup d'etat, life has returned to normal, or what passes for normal in America. The borders have been sealed. Illegal immigrants and others have either left the country or been kicked out. The Federal Reserve has been abolished, which is why the militia did not attack them. They removed the Federal Reserve, and the military begins the process of reindustrializing America. The elite have either fled or been imprisoned or executed by the military martial law in an effort to maintain. Like I said, large sections of American populace will support the coup wholeheartedly. The ones who don't either flee or are arrested are very quiet. However, the military coup will remain in power because it will have the support of the armed militias. The 1.25 million weapons that have been sold each month since Obama took power will be held by power people sympathetic to the goals of a coup that gets rid of anti-constitutional people. The coup will be launched then by constitutionalist and patriot elements inside the U.S. military. It won't be perfect, mostly below the level of colonel and down. When they judge the social chaos, which has reached the point of collapsing the country, these final conditions will be met, and it will happen in 2012. The U.S. military will move quickly and decisively to take power and save America from imploding. The military, as it has been put, is designed to break things and kill people. It's only a matter of time before the U.S. military decides it's had enough of where the country is going, enough of Americans openly being murdered, and enough of the politically incorrect idiocy. When the economic conditions are dire, the armed militias angry enough, and the military fed up enough, the ideal conditions for a military coup d'etat are there. Now, I'm not talking about orchestrated situations here. I'm not reading about orchestrated situations where the elite are manipulating this event to occur. I'm talking about a populist movement, a militant populist movement. However, this doesn't have to happen. Let me read a little bit more. By the way, the military government will not be racist per se. In other words, you will not get shot because you are black or you are a Hispanic. You will get shot because you are a CIA drug-dealing, gang-banging rapist. You will apply military method of merit based on race relations to the general populace. They will apply a military method of merit-based race relations to the populace. This then will render Jesse Jackson out of business. One of the major reasons for the success of this military coup d'etat is that they will actually deliver on racial equality. Unlike racist Obama, whose plans to pit racial groups against each other in order to implement his Marxist dictatorship. Criminal members of minority communities will be accountable for their deviancy, and the opportunity will be unlimited for those who play by the rules, and illegal aliens will be hunted down and deported. But legal refugees will have no fear. Such policies will make the military government quite popular, and as I said, some of the morons will just simply leave the U.S. shut up or will be beaten to death when they try to destroy the restoration of the Constitution. The key to the response will be the armed militia. I don't believe the armed militia will take up arms against the military government, because for what they will do, they will be sealing the border, they will be deporting illegal aliens, they will be arresting the whores on Wall Street, they will be kicking the Muslims that are the terrorists out of the country. They will have nearly 20,000 people and weapons. And by the way, I might add in a comment, I don't care whether you're Muslim, Christian, Jewish, if you're a terrorist, I think you're a traitor. Obviously, you're a traitor. And nearly 20 million weapons have been sold since Obama's been in office to the militia. There have been 10 billion rounds of ammo bought by the militia. And the U.S. has 9 million people, 9 million in the military during World War II. Did you know that? There were 9 million in the military in World War II. And guess what? The armed militia of America is now twice as big as the entire U.S. military of World War II. The U.S. military will either fight the armed militia and lose, or they will incorporate its views as a national salvation for their country. And I believe the military will do the latter. They will institute a government for the government and for the people. In particular, any military government which executed the head of Goldman Sachs on live TV will remain in power. No doubt about it. This is all in my view. By Doug McIntosh. Folks, as I mentioned before, there is, though, a real effort being made, and you're going to hear from us soon, and one of the groups that we're going to put together as a group to report on what is going on with the revolution, that's the bloodless revolution. And as that begins to move forward, we're going to have some updates on it, and we're going to be having some of the ground crew people come on and talk to us about what's happening. This hopefully provoked some emotion, and I don't care whether it made you mad at me, or made you mad at the plans, or made you mad at the ruling elite, but the main thing that it did was it stirred up the pot. Hopefully, we can move peacefully forward, and that we can have what hopefully will be a successful, bloodless revolution for freedom in the entire world. I ask that you consider participating, and that you become a freedom fighter, and that you join the bloodless revolution, and that we move forward with an army of principles. This is John Waterman. You've been listening to The Waterman Files.